Should've did this beforehand. Come on in, y'all. Today I'm gonna talk about something, man, I was thinking about today. Trying to see how many people gonna come in. Self-love, self-care, how important it is. And yeah, just waiting on. As y'all come in, y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. Share. You know what I mean? And if you want to today, that's what we doing. We ain't talking about no nonsense today. What's going down? What's going down? My audio good? I got this new mic. I'm gonna start streaming more often. What's going down, y'all? What's up? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and share it. Let everybody know what we doing over here. What's going down? What's up? Appreciate the love, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yeah, my audio good, y'all. This is my first time using this mic. Got the little mic thing you clip on you. How everybody doing? Appreciate the love. Y'all hit that like button. Hey, after this, I'm gonna be live somewhere else too. Okay, appreciate it. So I'm gonna just jump into the topic as y'all see. You know, on Sundays we gonna do it like this. If you want to tap in with me on Sundays, I'm gonna go live every Sunday. We gonna talk about some real stuff. Just to get away from some of the content. That's norm to a lot of people out here. Appreciate it, Jelly. Jelly. No. So I just wanted to talk about how important it is. I know we done heard this time and time again about self-love, self-care, but a lot of us, especially us fellas, man, we don't really be studying on it. You know what I mean? We don't really be we know but we don't know, And it's crazy because this thing called life, man, it pushes our limits every day, you know, And sometimes it feel like, it pushes us in the direction it want us to be in, life itself. Um, and we tend to we tend to forget how important it is, and this is everybody, but most of us fellas, we tend to forget how important it is for us to start caring about ourselves, man. I see a lot of brothers out here lately who's taking care of themselves, man, and I love it, man. I love it. I love it because it's like they really taking the time out to notice that I need to start loving me more, and sometimes we gotta distance ourselves from certain individuals, and start to just pay attention to us more. For for instance, right? So I don't know how many of y'all familiar with DW Flame. I follow that brother on IG. If you're not, go tap in with DW Flame. That brother is a dope dude, man. And just to see him, the elevation of, I can tell that his mindset is changing, man, and how beautiful that is, because unfortunately a lot of us don't know, realize. Unfortunately, some of us get it, some of us don't, and it's foreign to a lot of us when we do see it, because it's like, we want to throw out accusations, or say, oh, that's weird because a brother doing something outside of our understanding. And it's just merely, self-care, self-love. The brother was getting his feet done, or whatever he was doing, a massage or whatever like that. And I just love to see it. I ain't never done it myself, but I just love to see it, and we just gotta force that into our lives. Fellas, we work a 9 to 5, we get up and do what we do, and we gotta start loving ourselves and caring for ourselves more, and distancing distant ourselves from people and things that's not good for us. You know what I mean? We get caught up with this routine thing, man, and this routine. We shouldn't be used to not caring for ourselves or showing ourselves love, or taking time out for ourselves because we the breadwinners of the family or whatever like that. Sometimes it's okay for us to start caring for ourselves. Start showing self love, self care for ourselves, being selfish for ourselves. You know what I mean? And not feeling like we doing something wrong for being selfish, because that's what I'm starting to realize, man. Even for myself, man. You know, you know, I need to start being selfish for me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. So do you guys out there. So do you ladies out there. You know what I mean? We wear a lot of hats, and it takes up a lot of our time out here, and we get lost out here, and not realizing how this thing called life is really affecting us. You know what I mean? And really, it really affects us. And I'm just realizing this. How many of us out here in the world don't have that understanding. That we do need to take care of ourselves. We do need to be selfish for ourselves, man. We hear it. We can go online and hear it, but do we really hear it? Do we really hear it? Do we really understand how important it is for us to start caring for ourselves? Do we? That's a lot of our problems out here. We don't realize that because nobody taught us those things. You know what I mean? And we don't hear that often, that, hey, bro, you need to start taking care of yourself. You need to start loving yourself. You know what I mean? Give yourself the care and love that you need to give yourself, because you don't necessarily need to reach out to find that reach out to find outside of self for somebody else to give you that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to look for something. Oh, I need to find me somebody that can give me the love. Yeah, that's dope. You know what I mean? When you have somebody in your life that can, you know, fill that empty space in your life, when you have an individual in your life like that, that's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope. But a lot of people don't. So you have to fill that void for yourself. You know what I mean? You have to fill that emptiness for yourself. And that's to take time out for yourself. That is to slow things down in your life. I say it time and time again because I understand how important it is, and I want us all to understand that. And I really, really mean it. You know, a lot of people, a lot of brothers out here crashing and burning because they don't slow things down, because they don't know how to, or what direction we going to, and all we gotta do is stop and listen. I say this time and time again because I understand the power. Hard work, dog. Yeah. I say it time and time again, you know what I mean? How the power within that, you know, to slow things down in your life, to take care of yourself, to start listening, and you will find everything you need. You just have to listen. We have everything that we need. We just have to listen. It's that easy. It's that, I promise you, it's that easy. If you take time out for yourself and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because a lot of us not comfortable with being by ourselves, if we take that time out to be by ourselves, we'll figure out a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, it be like that, bro. I work though, but you still got to take time out for yourself. You got to figure it out, bro. Like, when you go home, take a nap, you know, or go to sleep, you know. Like, I work a job that's 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? And I still try, and I got a whole family. I still try to find time out to at least take myself a woosah to gather myself up. You know what I mean? Because this thing called life will just keep running you. It'll keep running you and running you and running you, and it'll almost drive you insane, because you'll look up and 10 years go past, 20 years go past, 30 years go past, and it's like, man, I worked hard, I got up, I did what I was supposed to do, but now what's left for me? And you don't want to live that type of life where you look up and it's like, I didn't do anything that I wanted to do. I did everything that I had to do. And there's nothing wrong with doing things that you have to do, because we have to do things that we have to do. But it becomes a problem when you look up and say, but what's left for me? You know what I mean? What's left for me? You know, and look up and feel, hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. But then life just passes you by, you know, and you look up and it's like, what's left for me? Yeah, that's a fact. Life just passes you by, you know, and it's like, I didn't do anything that I wanted to accomplish, and it's like, bro, I don't care if it's an hour out your day, or 20 minutes out your day, or whatever, bro. Find time out for yourself, bro. This is why I get on here. It's for me. This is what I enjoy doing, talking and tearing down false narratives, or just creating something, or whatever you may like doing, playing the game, drinking coffee, a cup of tea, whatever. It can be small to others, but big big for you, just find your peace in that and hold on to it and keep doing that. You know what I mean? That will be your peace. That will be your slow down time. Excuse me. You know, we can't allow this thing called life to just run us like we some type of machines, and look up and we ain't got nothing left, and you looking like, what's left for me? I did everything I was supposed to. I worked. I paid all the bills. I took care of my family, but I don't have nothing left for me. 50 years then went past, and I didn't do nothing I wanted to do. I did everything I had to do, and I don't have, and that's miserable. That's a miserable life to live. We shouldn't be having to be forced to live that way, man. You will be surprised how that 5 or 10 minutes or however long you able to have to yourself improve self-care, improve help improve self-awareness. It helps the little, I don't care how you want to chalk it up, it helps. That time helps. That 10 minutes, that 20 minutes, that hour helps for yourself. You know what I mean? It helps the mental, it helps the self-care, it helps the self-love. You start to understand and develop certain things. You start to figure out certain like things you didn't even understand about yourself, because you've been running like a machine, and man, I really do like this, or I really dislike this, or man, I didn't notice this about myself because I never took time out for myself because I'm running like this machine, and it's not fair. But take that 10 minutes out. You know what I mean? And then stop caring about what other people think, bro. I'm in a time frame in my life personally where I stop caring. I don't care what other people think about me. You know what I mean? Um, I do what I have to do in order to survive this thing called life. You know what I mean? But I don't care who like me. I don't care who love you do or don't like. I don't care about none of that. I don't care if I'm doing something and you dislike it. None of that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. That stuff is irrelevant to me. I don't care. It doesn't do nothing for me to even remotely care about what you think. Only thing that'll do is stress me out on top of the other stresses that I already have. You know what I mean? I'm tired now. We tired now, and we just gotta find this time out for ourselves to care for ourselves, y'all. Please, please, bro, please, bro. And that don't have no age limit on it. You could be young, bro. You know, doing everything your parents want you to do, all the school work and all this, and it's like, man, I'm doing everything right. I just need time for myself. There's nothing wrong for you to find time for yourself. You know what I mean? I just want people to understand how important it is to really push that self love, self care, to really push that slowing your life down for you. Because if you don't, you going to look up in 20, 30 years and pass by, and you doing the same thing, and the same thing ain't did nothing for you, but took care of your bills, obviously, or whatever, took care of the things that you needed to take care of, but nothing left for you. You don't want to be that way. I'm pretty sure those people who done that and they 60, 70 years old, who did not take time out for their self, and now hopefully finding a little peace, will tell you to take time out for yourself starting today. And don't feel bad about it, because that's what's going to fill you. That's what's going to keep you. That's going to keep you going. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, we not taught this. You know what? To be honest with y'all, I really feel like nobody's really taught this. You know what I mean? I think we all taught to just work. I think we all taught to be machines. Me personally, I don't think nobody really teaches nobody, no parent, no grandparent, time. Time, time may teach you that, but by the time you look up, it may be too late. So that's why I come on here and say that, slow down. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep screaming it because I'm really grateful. All jokes aside, all whatever, I'm really grateful that God showed me a lot of things in my life at a young age, and I understand how privileged I am to have been shown those things, or was able to remotely be aware that that's what's going on. That's why I feel like, you know, I come on here and share these things with people because I seen a lot of people my age or younger that, unfortunately they didn't get that, on time, I would say, or whenever they didn't get it, and unfortunately they either not here or here, and their life is just all bad. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Manifesting things in your life don't just come by just saying those things and thinking it's gonna fall out the thin air. Manifesting things in your life is a spiritual thing. It's all God, and it's putting in the work behind the things you say you want to do. I believe in speaking things into existence, but putting in the work behind those things that I speak. A lot of things that I have going on in my life in general would never happen. The things would never happen if I did not take the time out to put in the proper work. Just think about this. Stay with me. Just think about this. How many times did you accomplish something successfully? Successfully. You accomplished this. You seen it. You understand, like, I accomplished that. And how many times you failed something and it just didn't work out? 9 times out of 10, anytime that thing you was trying to accomplish and you actually achieved it and it worked out for you, you put in the work. That's why it worked out for you. But anytime you failed in anything, is because you did not put in the proper time. That's all life is about. Time. Putting in the proper time. Working on self takes time. Everything is time. Time, time, time. There is not a time limit, but there is time. And it's okay, man. If you're not there yet, I just want this message to go out, man, and I, hopefully you will get there by hearing someone else say, "Listen, it takes time." I don't never rush nothing. I don't want people to rush anything, man. Anytime you rush something, you don't achieve it. It's not you never accomplish nothing that's rushed. It feels much better when it's not rushed, and you can look up and look at the blueprint of it all, or whatever you want to call it. You know, man, telling y'all, man, self-care, man, nothing but God, man. Nothing but God. You know, nothing but God, y'all. I'm telling you, nothing. Nothing. And all it takes for us to listen. Care for yourself, love yourself. There is no seek. I don't understand why people gotta seek certain like there is some type of secret to this thing called life. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't no secret. It's not, bro. I don't believe it's not, and I'm gonna be the first person to show y'all that it's not. If you ain't seen it yet, it's not. It's just taking time out. Whether you need to take time out to step back or step forward, take time out. If you need to take time out to slow down, take time out to slow down. Take time, time. That's life. But slowing down for self is how you achieve your goals. Manifesting things in your life is real, but it takes time and it takes effort. You know, anytime somebody listen, you know what you know when what makes me figure out that I need not to work with somebody or need to step away from something or whatever is this is when you need to walk away from trying to do something with someone in general, is when they want it to come like that simultaneously. When they want it to just come, you need to step away from that. That's a fact. You know what I mean? When somebody just wants something, if I'm working with somebody or I got an idea, say I pitch an idea to somebody, right? I say, hey man, let's do this, do that, man. This is the blueprint. What you think about it? Man, what's gonna come if we do this? What the finances gonna look like? What this what if that's the first thing somebody started to talk about is the future, and then you need to get away from them, bro. Because right now we in the present, bro, and we talking about what it's looking like now in order to get there. Time for me to distance myself, bro. Straight up, it's time for me to keep myself away, and more of the story, y'all. Care for yourself. Take time for yourself. And I don't care what that means. If that means walking away from somebody or something, do it. Do it. Because I'm telling you, you're going to feel way much better once you do. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. But listen, if y'all enjoy this content, please do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you enjoy these live videos, I'm gonna go live more often like I used to. Like I said, I'm just trying to, figure this schedule out, this new schedule. And every Sunday for sure, around this time or early in the morning, I will definitely be going live. And that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I just, like I said, if you haven't seen me, you've been supporting me. Don't give up on me, y'all. If I'm silent, I'm planning. And best believe I'm coming back with more content, more everything. Um, that's just me slowing down. Like I said, man, I can't speak on things and say, try to give you all advice on something and I'm not following my own advice. That's insane to me. That would never happen, and I stand on what I say, and I'm a true believer in slowing things down for self especially when you're trying to get to a destination, accomplish a goal. um, you have to slow down, and that's what I've been doing. I've been slowing it down. I don't want to rush things. I'd rather it to be a slow process, and versus being, you know, a fast process or whatever you want to call it, rush process. But self-care, self-love is important. And like I said, if you like this content, if you like this channel, more content coming, more pre-record videos coming. I apologize if my energy seemed a little low. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired. Like I said, man. And we're gonna figure this thing out called life, man. We're gonna figure this content stuff out. This is my whole objective of this creating this channel, was to build a community, not just for myself to get famous or whatever people may think, bro. Like, that's in case it's not hard to go viral. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All you gotta do is say some outlandish ish, and people gonna look at it. And I haven't, because I'm not on that. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. And when it happens, and it will happen, and I'm speaking it into existence right now, it will happen for me. When it happens, it's going to be out of love. It's not going to be out of malice. It's none of that. It's going to be out of love and genuineness. Me being genuinely me, and not allowing this thing called life or anyone else to push me in their direction that they want me to be in. And listen, I'm gone. You know what I mean? I'm about to go live on Twitch. So I'm going to try this Twitch thing out. So if you want to tap in with me, if you get to the end of this, I'm about to go live on Twitch for like 10-15 minutes, see what it do. I ain't never, I did live thing on Twitch for a little bit. I'm going to go on there right now. So if y'all want to tap in with me on Twitch and it's successful, I'm going to be on that live stream mostly over there too. So tap in with me on Twitch, tap in with me on YouTube. Please, y'all, I need 50 more people on, Facebook. So my Facebook is SosoDerrick. Everything, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram is in the bio. Please support if you like. I do need like 100 people. I'm at like 52 or something like that. I'm almost there. If you really believe in the message and the things that I'm trying to do, please follow me on IG, Instagram, Facebook. All that stuff is in the bio on this page, on this channel. And y'all tap in with me. I need 100 people over there on Facebook in order for me to go live. I don't know. And yeah, so that's their, I guess that's their new policy. So y'all tap in with me. Listen, I'm going to say this forever and ever and ever. I'm never not going to say it. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep saying it because I understand how important it is for us to hear this, because we don't hear it often. We may not hear it often. We may hear it often, but it feels a little better when you hear it a little bit more. But if nobody tells you today, I want to be the first one to tell y'all is that I love y'all, and I mean that for real. Y'all have a nice night, day, morning, whenever you may see this video, whatever time zone you may be in. Y'all have a nice one.